With all the snow clearing and removal or lack thereof over the last few weeks, what's been lost in the big picture is the business behind the scenes. Winter operations in Toronto is actually contracted out to a number of companies, but that landscape has shifted significantly in recent months.
We're disappointed that all the experience and hard work that we've put forward over the past couple of decades was kind of wiped out and not really taken enough into consideration.
Before the winter wallop felt in January, there was a battle brewing at City Hall over who would be salting and plowing Toronto roads and sidewalks for the next 10 years. Many companies that had been working with the city for decades say they ended up on the sidelines while bidding to earn the contracts again. All the while, two large consortiums won the $1.4 billion deal. That
was one of the things that was extra frustrating to all of the contractors that were kind of shut out of this process was it seems like the goalposts were moved to some degree, and we were never kind of given that option when we were putting our proposals together.
Questions about whether contractors were being given the time to acquire more equipment, for example, were among the many issues and technicalities during the process.
What's the message to the small family-run businesses that feel as though that they're being cut out?
Well, there is the opportunity for subcontracting through these contractors, as well as employment of the individuals that are out there working right now.
Some say there's not much of a chance of getting subcontracted work. Instead, those being left out in the cold without the ability to dig out say there's a chance it's only going to be worse when the next big storm hits, despite what the city says.
What's going to be different this time around compared to the contracts that existed prior?
Well, next year's contracts are being reduced from 47 contracts to 11. So I think one of the things we're going to see is a much better coordination between those different types of plowing.
Coordination is certainly key, especially in the wake of last week's storm. But those on the front lines today say it's not on them, and some quality workers were already hit even before they had the chance to clear the roads this time around.
We, in general, in the city do have a lot of really qualified, excellent contractors, and a lot of them were just deemed to be not good enough for this process.
The current snow clearing contract ends in April. Now, there were some suggestions that the issues surrounding the negotiations and process for the next contract had some impact on how things were handled this time around. But both the city and companies that I spoke with said that wasn't the case and that everyone was hard at work and coordinating with one another. Mark McAllister, City News.